If an intro like that doesn't make you question your life for watching, and me question, or you question my life as well for doing it, then you're not really paying attention. Nick isn't here at the moment. He had to take his kid to the hospital because he was acting like a kid. Happens to all of us. Happened to me a few times. I'm still an idiot at heart. And Nick once said, "You're one of the smartest people I know." And I wanted to say so bad, "You must know some dumb fucking people," because I am no genius. If I was a genius, I'd be somewhere else. Anyway, welcome to the three people that are watching on YouTube and not saying anything for whatever reason. I bet Ryan's one of them. Maybe Jen, maybe Chad. No, Chad would have said something by now. Unless his Alzheimer's is acting up and he can't press the keys properly. Man, if Chad ever sees me again, he's probably going to pop me one because I called him old. Hey, Jen, there you are. The first one to comment. I'm surprised you didn't say first. But then again, it's not a contest, so the hell with it. What happened to Nick's kid, you may wonder. I am wondering too. Like I said, he'll be here soon and he will let us know. In the meantime, I got a bunch of COVID stuff. I know, there. Oh, the old man is using the curse words right before he goes in the ground. Yeah, better enjoy those curse words while you can, old man. I was going to say something about a wheelchair, but and Friday the 13th part. What was that great wheelchair shot? 2 or 3, I can't remember. He hurt his foot, fell on at football. He got maybe stomped on. Yeah, let's go with fell on. Someone fell on his foot, probably twisted his ankle or something. Ahoy, hoy, says the redneck. So everybody drink. Except you, Chad. Metamucil for you. Or fucking milk of magnesia or something. Like I said, I got a bunch of COVID stuff because, again, it is the topic of the day. And at this point, what I see on my Facebook, if it's not people sharing recipes and pictures of their kids and so on and so forth, which is fine. I'm not saying anything bad, but if it's not that, it's people who are so pro-COVID I'm pro-COVID. What? Doesn't make any sense. People who are pro-mask and I wouldn't say pro-lockdown, but pro-mandatory vaccines, or people who are just absolutely against the stuff. Most of my friends don't say anything at all about it, and that's fine. I don't either, except when I'm on this show. So I was going to start with a story from Vancouver Island, and there was a video because there's this guy. He's a small business owner, and he's having a bit of a problem with people threatening his business. Now, I know I've done this before. I've shared a screen with a video, and it didn't play the sound, and I don't know. Maybe I'm old. I'll give it a try. Oof. Okay. Probably won't be able to hear it. I have no idea why, but I'll put on the closed captions anyway. So his business was closed, and this was on Vancouver Island 2 days in a row because of threats and stuff. So let's see what happens. Nazis. Again, got to bring up the Nazi comparison as if this is anything at all like Nazi Germany. I don't think so. Some people are drawing the parallels. Some of them say that, well, this is how it starts. And then you're not allowed in the restaurants. And then they paint signs on your door, and then you're taken off to the boxcars, to the work camp. No, come on. In this day and age, if such a thing were to happen, there would be people on the inside, people who are doing the painting on the doors and putting people in the boxcars. They would be saying something on social media. That would absolutely be happening. So in this day and age, you probably wouldn't be able to keep something like that a secret. See, that's the thing. They have to abide by this. They have to say proof of vaccination happened at my gym. That's simply the way it is at this point in time. And because I don't have two screens and I can't see what people are saying, I'm going to close this for the moment. And no one has said anything. Alrighty then. So I'll go back to it, because there was at least one more thing that he was saying, because he's a small business owner, and it sucks when he has to abide by the provincial government rules and people are going after him about it, not the government. They're going after him. Well, why not go after the government? I've heard that, Jen. Our medical system is about to burst, and that would not surprise me. And guess who's here but blank?
Burst on your face, I will. Forgot to open up my thing. Okay, you guys keep talking. He hurt his foot. Fat kid fell on him at football. I got to eat, so I just wanted to get here. So, yeah. So I'm here. Fucking A&W. Fucking hungry.
Yes. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, so continue.
All right. So Jen says our medical system is about to burst, and there might be a few reasons for that. Number one, the amount of nurses who are quitting because of the mandatory vaccine. Hello, Kim. And which is not really fair. Like, I have mixed feelings about this. If you're in healthcare, you're working with people who are immunocompromised, who need help with the virus, so on and so forth. So it's not really fair to exclude people when our medical system definitely needs those people. And I was saying earlier about there probably isn't really much of an argument to be made for a comparison between what's happening right now and Nazi Germany. And yeah, because I'm a sheep. Yeah, exactly. If you believe what the government tells you, you're a sheep, you're an idiot, and you're under the thumb of the New World Order and the Illuminati and the Bilderbergs, apparently. Yeah.
Bilderbergs! I was going to add to that while I'm eating an onion ring, that it's not just like the ICUs are exploding, because it's not just COVID people that are in ICUs.
That's right.
That a lot of people seem to forget is that there's already people in ICU or people that are being moved because they need the ICU. It's fucking dumb. I need to eat. I'm hungry.
Who's going to enforce these passports? Chad says. The Nazi government. No. I don't know. Probably not the police. They're probably pretty strained as it is, going to, places where people are causing a ruckus because they don't want to wear a mask or show a vaccine passport or whatever. We're sending ICU patients to other provinces. I have heard, and do not believe what I say, I have heard that nurses are being sent to other provinces. That kind of sucks, but you got to help out somehow. Kim coming in like Michael Myers. Yeah, you could barely see her on the side. It was pretty cool. Yeah, like
she's a creepy bitch.
These businesses have to follow the law. If they don't, then they lose their licenses and they probably get closed down. So it's not the fault of the business, especially the small business, which is what that guy in the video was. He was running a small business. Why go after him? It's not his fault. But this is what people do. They go after whoever's closest to them.
All right.
Or the infamous they. Ooh.
Thank you for not taking my thunder there, Chad. We talked about this. So with all the money that the government is giving out, and if they're going to want people to enforce this, the government should be giving small businesses that apply more money so they can hire security, proper security, so that these Kim is going to have to go through this, and she's got a couple young girls that work for her. So you're going to tell me that these little 15 and 16-year-old girls are going to have to deal with these 40-some-year-old assholes with their fucking hats on sideways and they're all tatted up and fucking with their fucking Billabong fucking muscle shirt on? Be like, yo, bro, I don't fucking have to vaccinate because, yeah, fuck you, huh? Yeah, I don't vaccinate because I don't know what's fucking in those chemicals. I don't know what's in that shot. Hold on while I take a hit on my fucking vape. Yeah, because I don't know what's in that shot, bro. What? This? No, this is fine. This is better than smoking, right? Yeah, don't tell me what chemicals are in it. They don't know if it's really popcorn lung. I mean, it's only been vape for 5 years, but fuck, man, it can't be wrong. The science can't be wrong. Now I'm going to eat my burger. Continue.
Hello, Jason and Sarah. Jason, I haven't seen you in quite some time. And he pops in with Mein Führer. Jason, are you one of those guys who are walking around like, this is Nazi Germany, everyone's a Nazi, 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 Nazi? Probably not, because you're pretty reasonable most of the time. Anyway, moving on. He liked it. Wow, you heard it here first. Brody's going to do some stuff for free. Nice. He's like 6'1". So yeah, he could do stuff. Forever, ever. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I got my second shot yesterday. Now, the thing that sucks about that, like, I got it at 5 o'clock. Everything was fine. Went about my day, went home, relaxed. For some strange reason, I was woken up at, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. I have no idea. And my heart was racing. That was pretty much the only thing that was wrong. I wasn't breaking out in sweats. I didn't have chest pain, nothing like that. But I couldn't get back to sleep. So I was trashed today. And I'm an idiot because I still went to the gym. But that's me. And right now, my heart rate, it's between 1.5 and 2 beats per second. It was higher earlier. It was between 2 and 2.5 earlier today. Sucks. Hopefully it'll be better. But I'm saying it now because I'm having it on the record in case for whatever reason I suffer a freaking heart attack, which would suck.
Yo, bro, you don't tell me when I get a fucking vaccine. I'm gonna smash my fucking Mountain Dew fucking energy drink and my Monster. Those chemicals in that gotta be fucking great. Yeah, bro. Anyways.
Lifting the arm. See, the problem, Jason, is that you're commenting on Facebook, and Facebook lags like a motherfucker. What I would do, and I recommended this a while ago, have the show open on Facebook, but don't play the video. Open us up in YouTube, because YouTube has a way better streaming service. So play us in YouTube, but comment from Facebook. That's what I did with the old show, and that seemed to do fine. Yeah, Jen as a bitchy doorman. Yeah, because she said she had resting bitch face. Your words, not mine, Jen. I ain't saying nothing bad about you. You got your second shot today. Let us know next week how you feel in the next few days, because like I said, I feel like trash today. Maybe I'll be better tomorrow. Yeah, I'm okay.
With me and Kim, neither one of us, like, my arm was sore, and I had honestly forgot my arm. Like, I didn't even realize my arm was sore until I went, oh no, I'm good. My arm's not even, and I grabbed him like, oh shit, yeah. Okay, that's sore. Other than that, I didn't have anything.
Same with me.
So, yeah.
Well, you're lucky.
I am. Ow. Yeah, so he's gonna have to wear a splint for the next few days. The kid is. So,
yeah, he'll recover. He's young.
Yeah, he'll walk it off. But, we need to do a contest of who wore it better, me with my shit on my leg or him with his.
Yeah. Jason, you got an OnlyFans or what? Are you promoting yourself here?
The way that we're going, I mean, the broadbands are going, we need like our own room in this hospital.
Speaking of which, you were in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
Was it full or empty?
I don't know. It was an emergency, so I don't know what the rest of the hospital was like.
Okay, because this was a while ago on Facebook. People were sharing. I'll probably bring it up later that the hospitals aren't full because they're not in my area, and all the people I know in healthcare said the hospitals aren't empty. Therefore, it's all a big lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why on Sunday early morning at 2:30, when my mother went to the hospital in Mackenzie, it was fucking closed.
Ooh.
Emergency. Because they don't have the fucking staff to run it. Because the staff is being allocated somewhere else.
That sucks.
So, and even if they're not being allocated at this point, this is the point where they probably can't, like, you know, if you're going to look at, let's just for instance, go Prince George or Mackenzie, where are we going to put nurses right now?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because of what we got going on, they're going to stay in Prince George. Yeah. So yeah, Mackenzie does not have an emergency room overnight anymore.
Oof.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, Nick, you didn't protest while you were at the hospital. You know, that's kind of contentious because they're not just idiots there, but there are also nurses who are protesting as well. So it's kind of a mixed bag.
Can you I couldn't imagine if I were bringing like for instance tonight. Say if I went to that hospital and there were people blocking that front door. Guess who would be in jail right now because I'd have been in there throwing hooks to get my son into the emergency room.
Throwing haymakers and shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Guess who would have turned his kid around so his leg didn't hit anybody and would have ran them right through the crowd like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
You know? Like, so.
Brody, you got a source on that?
I'm coming down to ask you. He wants to go to Yolanda's.
No! His fucking leg is hurt. No.
He's got to rest.
Tell her to fucking come here. He needs to rest.
And that's what I said to him. And he's like, well, we're just going to her house because she wants to do her homework at her house. And they're just going to lay on the couch and watch.
No. Because I'm not going to be up at 10:30 to help him into the house. So, no.
I have crutches.
You know.
That's what I told him, but...
Hey, googly moogly.
I think Cody had posted something on Facebook about that too, about Mackenzie not having emergency open right now.
No.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me right now. Talk. I need to call his mother.
All right. Owned your face. You found it. What did you find? I got to know. Who wants to put money on?
I'm guessing that's Jay.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, 600,000 debt. Yes, exactly. Yeah, about 330 mil. Of course, you know people are gonna pull out the old calculator, which is what I'm gonna do right now. 600,000 divided by 330, 3, 4, 5, 6 million. Oh, it's only 0.0018181818 repeating percent. So it's not that bad. It's like the flu. You'll get over it. You know, I don't want to take that chance. Me in particular, because I'm immunocompromised. I was like young when I made this. Like totally, bro. You were totally like young and stuff. Yeah. Well, at least you found it. Do you do trolling at all with that account, Jason?
Dude, you want to talk about fucking young or stupid names when we were kids? I still have my Rumbles 187 Hotmail account from like 1995.
It's fucking awesome.
96.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. There's got to be a way to check when you first started a Hotmail, right?
I don't know.
Because I have, yeah, this is my original Hotmail account.
You gonna show us?
I don't know.
All your contacts. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck, I don't know. I haven't been to my Hotmail forever. Oh. Anyways. So yeah, what's up? Do we like stuff? Are we still angry? Everyone's still pissed off at the world or what?
To varying degrees, yeah.
You know, it's amazing where we are right now, and we're just getting into the best time of the year, and everybody's so angry.
Yeah.
You know, like fall's like the best time of the year.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I love
fall.
Early spring. Or pardon me, early spring. I'm an idiot. Early summer.
Yeah, no, I love fall. like just how everything's changing, like the leaves and stuff are changing. All the good horror movies are coming back on.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good time. It's a good time. I think so. Anyways, I just ordered the Blu-ray set for Jason, and we watched 3 and 4.
What did you think was better of the two?
I definitely felt that 4 was better. But it's funny is, I mean, I still enjoy them. I still enjoy the shit out of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're so horribly, like, there's just some scenes you're like, what the frick? Like,
yeah.
Do you remember the scene in number 4 with the bikers? No, number 3 with the bikers.
Yeah, I remember.
And like the white guy's hiding behind there, and all of a sudden, the 6'5" African American man comes around from the van, and it's like, oh, this white girl didn't see Akeem Olajuwon at the front of the fucking van. Like he was crouched down by the fender. He was like standing up, just kind of like leaned the shoulder a little bit, and he's like, "Ha ha, she didn't see me." You know, or the part because the fat kid that was doing all the pranks to everybody, right?
Yeah.
Remember, she's in the cool. I mean, the spear gun was cool,
Yes.
but it's like she's like, "This isn't funny," and it's like, so the scene that happened there would have been like if I was the prankster, and then 5 minutes later you show up, and she's like, "Oh, Nick, stop!" It's like, how you can't even mix our body types up. Like, there's this little stumpy fat kid with the little Jufro, right? And she gets mad at him because he was messing with her. He leaves, and then 5 minutes later, she's by the water, and Jason shows up with the spear gun and a mask, and she's like, "Oh, stop it. You're being silly." And it's like, it's not even the same body type. Like, it's like, geez. But I still love them. I still think they're great.
Horror movie logic for you.
But I'm okay with that logic. I really am.
I want to say thank you, even though he's gone now, to Trevor Gibson for giving us a like. It's great. Hope you're doing all right, Trevor.
Yeah, I agree.
Jesus, it's been years since I talked to him. Holy
Gibson,
shit.
I see him on Facebook all the time. It seems like he's doing really good. He's working out at Camphor in Grand Prairie.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, no, he's doing good.
We don't mean to dox Trevor. We're just saying.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. Was I not supposed to say Jufro?
Yeah, probably not.
Oh,
I don't know. We'll
monetize this.
see. If we get a strike, then we'll know that we can't say
I
it.
guess we can't say that. But yeah, Sarah, my sister actually sent me a picture of all the all the Halloweens are now on Prime Video.
Ooh.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll probably get into those too. So good times. I love horror movies. I really do. I like. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I like the horror movies. I don't like the gore porn, like Saw and
Pussy.
even like the second Hostel was getting like, holy shit. The first one was fucked up.
Yeah.
And then the second one, like when they like slit her throat, Wiener Dog's throat and stuff, I'm like, okay, this is wow. This is just a little too much for me. But I like the older ones. I really do.
I was gonna suggest one, but since you said you don't like those movies, Terrifier from 2016. There's a really gory part, so I don't recommend it for you.
Tammy can't work for him this weekend.
Halloween 3 needs more love. Well, it's interesting that you say that, Brody, because Night Watch Zone talked about that exact thing not too long ago, that Halloween 3 needs more love. It's finally finding its audience. And there's another one, again from Night Watch Zone, although I saw this movie before they recommended it, Just Before Dawn from 1981. It's shot in like, I think 16 millimeters, so the quality is just trash, but it's an all right horror movie. You might like that one, Jason. Fucking parents meeting over here. If it wasn't under as a standalone movie, probably. And Tom Atkins, he's an all right actor. I mean, he was in not Fright Night, but there was another one he was in from 1986 where he played a cop, and he played up all the stereotypes. His character was rude and he was chewing gum all the time. It was kind of stupid, but he's an actor, so that's what he's got to do. Ghoulies, you know what? I watched Ghoulies about a year ago. Didn't think it was too great. Critters was really good though. I like Critters too.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. If you haven't seen American Horror Show 1984, you need to watch it, Alex. It is right in that wheelhouse for 1980s slasher.
Nice.
It was great. I watched a couple of the other American horrors and wasn't quite into it, but I really liked this one.
One day I'll get to it.
It's on the list.
Yeah, speaking of, you remember back in late August, I said I had finally finished that list I had been adding to and subtracting from for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
So I finished that, and then I started another list, and I've got almost 130 entries on it right now. So there's no escaping the movies.
No, you can, but the thing is, you don't watch TV.
Exactly.
So it's a little different. Yeah, you don't watch TV, so that's your TV. You don't game, so that is what you do for your spare time.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it full time anymore. I mean, full time to me was anywhere between 10 and, I don't know, 15 or 16 movies a week. Now I'm down to 7. I think that's good enough.
A movie a day? Yeah, maybe a movie a day, maybe 2 on like your days off, because again, you don't have TV, right? Yeah. So it's not really beyond the realm. Like, say you get up in the morning and you're having your fucking breakfast to throw a movie on. Like, all right, I need to go do my shit and go to the gym and do whatever your day is going to be. And then when you're home in the evening, there's no reason you couldn't watch another movie.
That's what I do. When I come home from the gym, I relax, watch a movie, eat.
Yeah.
I like Dream Warriors, particularly because there's a young Patricia Arquette. Oh, yeah.
No, I rewatched it and I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I just should have let it lay, and I didn't. So yeah. So, what a headache now. Now, of course, Colin was supposed to work tomorrow. We didn't know that, and now everything's all messed up. So,
well, as long as he calls in right away, they could probably.
Well, we did, but they'll have to figure it out because he can't work. So.
Yeah, because he can't walk, and his job requires walking.
Yes. So that is not happening. Yeah. Nice.
Well, you live, you learn.
Pretty much, it is what it is, right? And it sucks because he he had a bit of a cough. So guess who had to go get freaking COVID tested, right?
Yeah.
Cough.
Yep.
So he missed a shift, missed 2 days of school for a cough.
Well, that's the thing. You don't know.
Yeah.
Because there are so many overlapping symptoms and signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not clear cut. Almost nothing in life is clear cut. There's always subtext and nuance and subtlety. It's not all black and white, ones and zeros. When are people going to learn this? Back in my day.
Yeah, but he's already like a baby deer on ice as it is. And, put crutches under that, like, good Lord. Like, so, I don't know. It is what it is. We're just going to have to deal with it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be okay.
Oh, yeah, he'll be fine.
He'll bounce back.
Yep, no doubt. He'll be fine. So.
A 3D, holy.
Oh, it was Freddy's Dead. We were there for that. That's the night James danced on the stage.
I remember that, but I don't remember the movie itself. I've seen it again. But
it was Freddy's Dead. There was a Hellraiser. And it was a later Hellraiser. Because by then, no one gave a shit. That's the night I did mushrooms.
Freddy's Dead was like 94, I want to say.
Yeah, but they did a triple bill on Halloween. And it was. Yeah, it was. I know it was a Hellraiser and Freddy's Dead. I don't remember what the other movie was.
Let's ask Diane. I'm sure she would know.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane. Oh, hey, and can we? Hey, so I noticed this today too. So I went and got a massage today, and they had music playing in the background, right? I liked it. I think it looked good, the new Candyman. But I got to focus on this because I just thought of this. Can country music stop ripping off classic rock songs?
No.
Because I just heard, like, was like again, I don't listen to lots of country music, but so I heard the song that ripped off Jack and Diane, you know, and we'll ripped off like the chorus part of it, and like, yeah, and I just heard one where they, the country artist stole the fucking, borrowed, the Brown Eyed Girl, like, and do you remember when we used to sing sha la 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 ti da? You
know what? If we get a copyright strike for that, we're fucked.
Yeah, but I'm just saying and I heard another country music, like it was, but it wasn't like it was covering the song. They took that little piece of it and put it into the song. It's like, you know, it seems to me like with rock now, like what would be deemed classic rock, say in like 20 years, there is no more of it.
Yeah,
there is. It's a dead. It is. I hate saying because I love rock music. It is a dead genre.
Yeah.
Hey, country music, just give up. It's done. You're done. Stop taking, you know, old rock and like taking snippets out of it and turning it into your pop country bullshit.
Christian music does that as well. They'll take a popular, whatever's popular at the time, rock song or grunge or whatever, and Christianify it, which is cringe.
Yeah, see? And they shouldn't be allowed to do that. Much like we always say vegans shouldn't be allowed to make food after our food. Christian music should not be allowed to take our rock music and make it to their saintly ways. Uh-oh, I think she's coming back. Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
You're going to have to tag team that young man, it seems.
Oh, he's stubborn. He's a broadband. So,
yeah.
You know, okay, how, you know.
Come on, get it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Like, yeah. And I, like, just stop. You know, I remember, I was talking to a guy along McQuaid, and I know a acquaintance. Yeah. And he said that like he was in like a pop cover band. And I said, really, pop? Like, he's like, yeah. He's like, there's no music in rock anymore. He's like, not to write rock. He's like, pop is where it is. He's like, if you want to become a singer these days, it needs to be pop. That's the only genre that seems to sell anymore. And he's not he's not wrong.
Yeah, it gets the radio play.
Yep. Yeah. And then that is the thing is, I'm at the point now, and I've said this many times, I don't listen to Rock 106 anymore because I'm tired of hearing AC/DC Back in Black for the 975,000th day in a row. I don't need to, you know, and that's always my critique about classic rock stations. You have the most music to choose from.
Yeah, from the 60s all the way through, let's say, the mid 80s.
But no, I would even put the 90s now. We're looking at, that's 30 years. When do you think about when we were mid 90s, so 15 to 16, we were listening to the Doors and Zeppelin and stuff. We would have called that classic rock, right?
Absolutely.
30 years. That's kind of the wheelhouse there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider Pearl Jam to be classic rock. Pearl Jam is a different genre of music. Maybe nestled
I would say
under
that too.
Rock.
Yeah.
But
yes, almost definitely. It's definitely an offshoot. I mean, I've seen it before. Someone did almost like a family tree of music.
Yeah. Like
how it's went out from here to here. And it was really interesting to read and go, yeah, good. Fuck, that makes sense. Right. Because of course it goes like rock and roll and then to punk and like all the rock and classic rock and grunge and, you know, how they spidered out. It was really cool to watch, like how the genres, you know, came from kind of like where they came from. I mean, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And how they will continue to evolve.
Well, and that's just it. But then how does it evolve anymore? Right? Like how does music evolve now?
It's, going to have to mix and match, or it's going to have to go way, way out there in order to create a new sound.
See, and I like what Ryan just said is like the classic rock station became a classic everything station. Well, we have that. We have a couple stations that play like everything. I would just a rock station. Don't make it classic rock, just rock, right? They had a station like that out of Brooks. I think it was called the Eagle, and they played everything. It was basically like someone's iPod. And I'm like, this is amazing. This is great.
Nice.
And that's the way music stations should be. I really, really think that. Oh, goodness. Like, if you had to pick a peak for rock, if we were like to play, like, where would but it depends what rock you're talking about. Like, because there's so many different dips and valleys with rock, right? Like, where was the peak for rock? Now, I'm just, this is total bro science, but could you say early 2000s, just because we still had Godsmack, Puddle of Mud, some Deftones was still floating around, like, because now to me, like, we're at the bottom, right?
Those bands were new metal, actually, so I wouldn't put them exactly, maybe in the hard rock category if you want to do an attachment to rock, but those are more new metal in my opinion.
Okay, so you don't want to, okay, that's why I was saying like the dips and valleys, right?
Yeah.
So do you say rock peaked in the 80s?
Yeah,
or like he just said, like Brody just said 91 when like, you know, like GNR and all that was released, that, you know, all those albums.
Yeah, and GNR was rock.
Because it was like Guns N' Roses, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Soundgarden all came out within a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I actually saved that picture. I think I got it on my phone. And it is mind-blowing, like how many great songs or great albums came out. But then, again, so what do we include Pearl Jam and Nirvana? Because that was the grunge scene, right? So is that included?
Grunge is an offshoot of rock. It's under the umbrella. So
you really could say,
yes.
So you could say like the early 90s was the peak for rock.
Early to mid, yeah.
Yeah, like, and rock, because you still, like, but then again, if you get into the late 2000s, you still had bands like Fuel. You know, they didn't do a lot, but it was rock, like Hemorrhage and Last Time, and that was rock, right? I'm trying to think of late bands from, like, I don't know, that's a good question. Like, where do you draw the line? Okay, so let's see, late 90s rock.
I used to have the first big shiny tunes. I never went with the second or the third, although Trevor Turner, he grabbed all of those. I like the first one because it was quite different. Okay,
so like Smashing Pumpkins was, you know, that was late 90s. Like their big stuff, that's rock, right? I wouldn't call that grunge. Would you? I wouldn't call that grunge, would you?
When you
or
look
alternative
rock, yeah, I would go with that because Siamese Dream. And then their double album with Tonight.
Oh, that's
Melancholy.
Melancholy and Infinite Sadness.
Yeah.
Rage. I'm just looking at bands here that, I mean, these are like, I'm looking at bands now. They're saying like when the band started.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of going. I'm trying to think of bands that were later in. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it depends how you want to look at it, right? It depends where you want to cut off the history, if you will.
Yeah.
And again, that's all on opinion, right? That's the same thing with like who's the best guitarist, best drummer, best bass player, blah 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 blah. That's all subjective. You can never that is again a subjective question. Because I don't know Alex, but I know Brody is BB King. I'm Jimi Hendrix. So like that's, you know, that, right? So
yeah.
Were you a U2 fan?
I was a fan of their older stuff because I had the best of 1980 to 1990. I still do. classic songs.
Yes. I'm just looking at bands here. I know no one talks about them anymore, but I liked a few Incubus songs. You know, Chadney got me into them. Yeah, Chad got me into Incubus. Garbage. Deftones again was a band for me. I was kind of like, yeah, you know, like they were okay, but you know, best 100 rock bands of the 90s. And I loved Big Shiny Tunes.
Yeah.
Just to say there. So, and Chad actually did say he did enjoy our tour through Mackenzie last week. He did enjoy that. So, and I can already hear Brody. But, best top. So this is by Spin Diddy. This is their list. I do not agree with this list. I would have to sit and really think about it. But the top 10 rock bands of the 90s are as followed: 1 or 10 to 1, starting at 10. Pantera. 9, Red Hot Chili Peppers. 8, Foo Fighters. 7, REM. 6, Pearl Jam. 5, Radiohead. 4, Green Day. 3, Soundgarden. 2, Alice in Chains. 1, Nirvana. So, I mean, to the best rock band, I mean, I'm not putting Nirvana as the best. You know, I'm definitely not. If I was going for best band and sound, I'd go with the Peppers. That's just looking at their list. That's why I would change their list. You know, you're going with best rock bands. It's not called most influential. It's not called, you know, easiest 3-chord songs. It's best rock bands. You know.
I would take Green Day out because Green Day is more punk than rock. It's a mixture, but still. And
then I see the rest of this list. Okay, here, this is where it's like, okay, your list is fucking stupid. 20. So this is 20 to 11, and the fact that number 11 is not in the top 10, especially with one of the albums of the 91 thing, like Brody said. So 20 Offspring, 19 No Doubt, 18 Weezer, 17 Queen. Like, Queen got big because of fucking Wayne's World. They had one, like, that's why everybody fell in love with Queen. Yeah. 15 U2, 14 Oasis, 13 Blink 182, 12 GNR, and 11 Metallica. How do you not have Metallica and GNR for rock bands in the top 10?
Yeah, it'd be GNR for me would probably be in the top 5.
Yeah. Both those bands. Because I'm going on like the Black Album too.
I agree with Dylan Makes Noise. Pantera doesn't belong there. Pantera was more
that's metal. My cousin. Hi, Dylan. Yeah, Pantera was, sorry to cut you off, it was metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't put REM in the top.
No, I mean,
no. And Foo Fighters was good. Radiohead's up there. Yeah. Pearl Jam. To me, Nirvana and Pearl Jam would be in the top 10. But yeah, how does U2, like, because they had a huge 90s. I think Joshua Tree was 88, 89, but then Rattle and Hum, I think, was 91, 92, and then Akatung Baby was 50 or 94, 5. How's fucking U2 not in the top 10? You know, so it makes no sense to me. That's the fact that Metallica and Guns N' Roses aren't in the top 10 is, especially with the albums they released in the 90s, is mind blowing.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm kind of looking for, like, they have 25 is My Bloody Valentine. I didn't even know they were a band till the 2000s.
Me neither.
Smashing Pumpkins at 32. Korn at 28.
Korn's new metal. Korn shouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just reading names here that I like. Wow, that's fucked up. I think it is, anyways. They got, like, and I know Brody's gonna shit on this, but Tool's number 50. I know Brody does not started on Tool. I know Brody doesn't like him, but still, like, holy shit. The only thing I liked from the Metallica Blacklist so far was Volbeat's cover, Don't Tread on Me. I really liked it. I actually think I said that on the show. That Volbeat cover was fucking great. Just reading here quick. Yeah, the rest. Yeah, the rest of you're getting into like the like the Limp Bizkits, Firehouse, 311, fucking, like other notable bands. So bands that didn't make their top rock bands of the 90s. So these are bands that didn't make it. Let's see if there's anything I disagree with. Godsmack, but their album was really late in the 90s. They only had the one, which I really liked. That first Godsmack album I really enjoyed.
Yep.
Rancid didn't make the top 50.
Rancid is punk.
Top 100. But I guess, this is what the conversation that we had about like the genres expanding, right? Like different, like where's the line? Right? Like where's the line?
That REM at number 3 doesn't sit well with me.
Doesn't sit well with me either.
REM was pretty good. They had a few good songs, but I don't know, top 5. GNR definitely. It'd be tough to choose between GNR and Alice in Chains. I don't know. I would have to look at the list and rearrange it to my liking, I guess. Pull out the old spreadsheet and start mixing it up.
Okay, well, what?
You got to get up there and tag teaming.
Yeah, no, actually, he's getting quadruple teamed right now.
Wow.
Because his other moms are getting in on the action too. So
good.
My number one, the best rock band. See, like, fuck, it's just. See, I would take the old. I'm gonna go to the old Jabroni Jabber list. That this could change tomorrow for me. That's what that list for me would have to be. They're not American. That's why they're not. They weren't even mentioned in the honorable mentions, Brody. And they were huge. They were huge for us in the 90s.
So that's an interesting question. With the hip, are they considered rock?
I don't know.
Yeah, because they're not rock in the classic sense like Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin. That to me is like peak classic rock. That is what defines rock in the classic sense.
Okay, so where would the Doors line up for you in classic rock? Because they're a different sound too, right? Because they have keyboard, no bass.
Yeah.
So is that kind of like where the trad would fall, the hip would fall in with you? Is like, say, like the Doors kind of style? Because it's
no, because the hip has a lighter sound and the Doors tends to go darker and more obtuse. So I wouldn't put them in the same category of rock. That's a tough one too.
Yeah, see, this is that wormhole. Yes, it was. Yeah, their early shit was fuck, it rocked. It really did. Like, so it's, yeah,
Thanks for the love, Jody. Appreciate it.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What did I say that could be taken out of context? I'm just curious what I said because I really don't care. But yeah, well, I do care, but yeah, it would be. Yeah, my list would have to be that Jabroni Jabber old school. Like, this is my top 5, and it could interchange between the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would take out REM, and no, I'm not saying REM wouldn't be in the top 10. They'd be in my top 10, but not my top 5. For like best rock bands, I'm putting Metallica in the top 5 for the 90s.
I could see that.
And U2, I really liked U2. A Beautiful Day came out in 2020.
Excuse me, 2020?
Or I mean, sorry, 2000, I believe. Sorry.
I think so, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that could be taken out of context.
Okay, yeah. Oh, no, because he's just being stubborn. He wants to go out, and it's like, dude, your fucking foot is hurt. You're not going anywhere.
He's got it made right now because he could stay in and have everything brought to him.
Yeah. Like, well, then I said to him, I was like, we should move your TV and stuff upstairs because I don't know how the fuck you're going to get downstairs here the next 2 days. So he's going to his mom's tomorrow. So give me Ashley Miranda's headache tomorrow.
I would love, because I haven't heard it in a long time. I would love to hear Ashley just go off on him like she used to. That was hilarious.
Yeah. It's not as good as you. She's actually mellowed out quite a bit. Her and Mary Jane are very good friends now.
Okay.
So I think maybe sometimes I need some Mary Jane. But then, I'm trying to lose weight, so I just eat more shit.
Yeah.
Okay, time out. Time the fuck out. How much more different is fucking the Black Album from fucking Injustice for All? It's not that fucking different. Please stop with that 90s hate on Metallica. It's fucking ridiculous. Because if it wasn't for 90s Metallica's Black Album, nobody would know about fucking Master of Puppets or for fucking Ride the Lightning or Kill 'Em All. So don't act like everybody would know who the fuck they are if it wasn't for the Black Album.
But their first 3 albums in the 80s, they're, to me, quite a different tone than the 90s.
I think that Injustice was close because you could definitely tell that they changed their bass player. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because they lost him, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. To me, when saying I'll disagree with you, Brody, because when you say their peak was Puppets, and yeah, like my cousin just said, fucking the Black Album was a game changer. Like nobody knew. Like
it was definitely a different direction. Go ahead.
No, like and yeah, of course that if you want to say they peaked and you enjoyed that more, is because of course Cliff Burton was a much more polished and accomplished bass player than Jason Newsted.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt, right? So, and who cares if it was? It's just like Korn. I mean, I like the first 2 Korn albums, but I can appreciate what Freak on a Leash did, or Follow the Leader.
Yes.
Right? I can appreciate what they did for them. It's the same as Limp Bizkit. If Limp Bizkit had stayed, now hold on, I like the first album, $3 Bill Y'all.
Yeah,
it was raw. It was fucking mixed. I thought the mix was good, and it was almost. And then of course, Significant Other became too polished. If Limp Bizkit hadn't done Significant Other, nobody would ever be fucking talking about Limp Bizkit. If they had done another $3 Bill Y'all, no one would probably been ever talking about Limp Bizkit again.
A lot of bands, that's the goal for.
Yeah,
not a lot of bands, some bands.
No, but let's call a spade. All right. At my age, I like making music because I like to sing in front of people. If you're getting into music as a teenager, you are getting into music for money, drugs, women, and fame. Don't fucking. It's like all these people that when like Green Day. Oh, you're commercial now. Ugh. Like everybody shit on Billy Corgan back in the 90s when he said became a rock star because I wanted to be rich. And everybody oh my God, you actually wanted to be rich? Oh my God. What do you mean you don't want to be starving and living in a van and eating Chef Boyardee all the time? Not that if I wasn't rich, I wouldn't be eating Chef Boyardee. I'd just be eating fancy Chef Boyardee. But come on. What the fuck do you get into it for? See? Oh my God. The Black Album is fucking kick him out of our chat. The Black Album is commercial, but Chocolate Starfish is fantastic. Fucking fuck you. He's doing this to get heat. I know he is. He's doing this. He's trolling me hard. And he's got me. Oh, what a fucking dildo.
Show it. We're Tom Petty. Ooh. I don't know.
I don't have to show you anything.
I'm going to show you my chocolate-covered starfish. How do you like them apples?
Actually, see, he didn't change it. You're right. He didn't change his sound. But there's bands that, to me, when they changed their sound, it was a different sound. I liked them. Here's one, Heart. You listen to Heart in, like, Barracuda, Magic Man, Dreamboat Annie, how it's classic rock. But then in the 80s, they changed with the times. And it was more synth in it. And I still like, What About Love, Alone, Never, Bad Animals. I enjoyed that music.
A lot of power chords and stuff like that, too.
Yeah, they really switched to that 80s ballad style, right? Like, and that's what everybody was doing in the 80s.
And it worked for a while.
It did. And I don't know. See, and I'm still, God, I don't think, and maybe they do, and I'm just blind to it. But I'm thinking about, I don't think Guns N' Roses gets the love they deserve for how they changed music. Because it's always Nirvana. When everybody talks about like who changed the game, for the most part, they always talk about like Nirvana, right? Or they say, Black Sabbath, the Beatles. And maybe it is just me. Maybe I'm not looking for it, but you think what it was in the 80s. It was fucking hair metal and Cinderella and, and all of a sudden here came fucking Appetite for Destruction. Yeah, he had big floofy hair. They all had hair, but that was not fucking hair metal.
That's right.
Right? So I don't think they get enough love for like being the first ones that kind of started changing the tune of the music. In my opinion.
Perhaps.
Right? Because everyone always goes to Nirvana. And of course, Black Sabbath for what they did, right?
Yeah, if GNR had continued in the vein of Use Your Illusion and had done another album somewhat similar or more evolved after that, yes, probably the greatest band ever, because Use Your Illusion was insanely
Both
good.
of them were, amazingly good. And really all four. Lies is okay, right? But, yeah, and I'll agree with that, bro. I just said, Lies is only a bit off. It's not terrible, but it's like, okay, I'll take the few songs from it. But yeah, Appetite and those two Use Your Illusions, holy shit. And like we talked, I think me and Brody have discussed this before. Those are the last two albums that I bought before me and him went to the Guns N' Roses concert. I bought the Use Your Illusions albums just to make sure that I had them all. Yeah. And it's hard to argue, and again, we've talked about a lot, that Appetite isn't like the perfect rock album. It's hard to argue that because I think we've done this before and we've looked at it. I think there's one song I could kind of, maybe Out to Get Me, I'm kind of like, okay, I like it, but honestly, I don't know how Brody would feel, but I would be okay. Okay, let me look again at the songs, because there was a song that I'm like, if they had to drop this song and put Shadow of Your Love, it'd probably be the greatest album for me ever. Appetite. I just want to look. Wait, Appetite for Destruction. There we go. I should know this off the top of my head. I'm actually disgusted I don't. I gotta sneeze. I was trying to stare at a light to see if it'd help. Oh, wait. No, there it is. No. It's right there.
Yeah. On the tip of your nose.
All right. So. Oh, sorry. It wasn't Out to Get Me. It was actually Anything Goes. Was the song that I thought, if they had pulled Anything Goes off that album and put in Shadow of Your Love, it would have been like the greatest rock album. Because I love that newer song that they released there a few years ago. Shadow of Your Love. I can't believe it didn't make the original cut for Appetite. And I think me and Brody actually agreed on that. I think we agreed on that. I could be wrong, Brody, but I'm pretty sure that with Anything Goes. Replace Don't Cry with Anything Goes. We'll see, but yes, I guess that is true, because they were, yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I just went with Shadow of Your Love because it was on the original cut. So, but what an album. Welcome to the Jungle, It's So Easy, Night Train, Out to Get Me, Mr. Brownstone, Paradise City, My Michelle, Think About You, Sweet Child of Mine, You're Crazy, Anything Goes, Rocket Queen. Oh my God. No, I got you there. Yeah, no, I could go for that. So, yeah, wow. And he's right. If they just could have held their shit together, if they just could have, just could have held it together.
But that's always the problem with a popular group that's doing really well. Doesn't matter what it is, a band, a podcast, a show, anything that's great. Eventually it's going to crash and burn because of, well, there are many reasons. Could be financial. It could be egos. Could be behind the scenes fuckery. Yeah.
And that's just it, Brody. Yeah, they did come out during the hair metal. That's why I said I don't think they get enough, for what they were. And that's just it. I mean, even ZZ Top, like, they didn't talk for years because they didn't get along. I mean, they never split up. right? But I could see it. Like you get like stuck with the same person, night in, night out, for, I don't know. And it's funny though. Like I don't ever get tired of hanging out with my wife, but it's just the bandmate, you're just like, I want to fucking take this fork and make your penis into a clit. Cause I just want to fucking go down. I told you, dude. Remember how pumped up I was? I said if they played Estranged, I was one like if they play Estranged, I'm gonna lose my mind. The guy behind us said, if they play Civil War, I'm taking my pants off.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they play Civil War, I'm taking my pants off. But there's like there's 3 songs though, right? Like the videos, 3 or 4 of those videos go together. Like Estranged, Don't Cry, and November Rain. I think the videos go together, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And Shannon Hoon was singing on those albums, eh?
I had no idea.
Yeah, he was singing backup on those songs. Oh, the whole band was amazing. Oh, yeah. I don't think that Duff McKagan gets the credit he deserves for how good he was on the bass. I really don't think he does. You think so?
I think I've heard a lot of people talk about Duff in the past 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
And like Slash, it's that iconic frontman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is that iconic, and that's what a band needs, that one guy, I think. Like you think like of great bands or great acts. They got that guy that no matter what, that's just you think the band, and Guns N' Roses really has 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But like the Doors, you think of Jim Morrison. Well, Zeppelin has 2. Robert Plant, Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
Right? ZZ Top, they have the beards. Right? So, yeah, Izzy never got the love. But again, like, you're standing beside Slash playing guitar, right? So it's kind of hard to get the love that whether not saying you think you deserve, but you probably should get, but you're not getting because you're standing beside fucking Slash. Right?
Yeah, legend.
Yep. We have not checked out. Do we have any Karen videos to watch?
I have one, and it's pretty chaotic.
Did you watch that one that I sent with the woman on the ground shaking her leg and stuff?
No.
Oh, you need to edit because it's in like a chain of them. I'm pretty sure I sent it. You need to she's on the ground shaking her leg. It's unfucking believable. But all right, I think we need a segue.
Okay.
I guess segue. Woo! Nice. All right. Karen videos. I love Karen videos.
This one's more annoying than anything, but tell me once you watch it, who are you rooting for? Because I don't think there are any winners or any good and bad guys here.
Okay.
You were just purposely racist, and now you're playing the victim.
Dare use that language!
Fuck you, you're a bitch. Fuck you stupid bitch. You cunt fucking bitch. Your mama's a hoe. Fuck you.
They're both pieces of shit.
Yes. I know, it's really hard. It's really fucking hard. It's so fucking hard. It's so fucking hard. White privilege. White privilege.
Okay, pause. Okay, we don't know what has started this. We don't know where this came into. But all I've come into is the woman that is holding the camera calling this woman the see you next Tuesday word over and over again. And I know that's a trigger for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, like, you're no better who's holding a white privilege. I didn't hear anything that would be white privilege. If there's something we missed before she started recording, That doesn't count because we didn't hear it. You can't just make up your own narrative here. But from what I'm hearing and seeing so far is they're both assholes. Continue.
I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'm wrong way through, but I don't want to hear that language out here. Anywhere.
You mean you're so privileged that you can yell racism at folks? You just walked by a group of folks and yelled racism?
This store.
Is this your store?
I am a customer.
So am I.
Get out of this store.
So am I. I'm a customer too, Becky.
Okay, so now she's just purposely antagonizing this woman.
At this point, yeah.
At this point. And it's funny is so what I want to like this is again, we don't have the context. Context is king.
Yeah.
We don't know what was said. I don't know who if this woman's an African American woman, an Asian woman, a white woman, and what was the racist thing that she said? Or she's saying racism. She's not even saying like you're being a racist. It's your racism. I'm not understanding.
Yeah.
So is there anything else, or is this pretty much the rest of the video? Is this her following? At this point, just following and antagonizing this woman.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. The rest of it.
Unreal. That's special. I don't understand. But yeah, they're both just ignorant. Like, and that's so I was talking with Chad and I had said that I'm going to start going to the Jason Ellis route now instead of Rogan's. I don't listen to Rogan anymore. And Ellis made a great point talking on his podcast about, he was at the beach with his wife. Okay. And these guys set up like beside them, like Jason had a tent up. Do you know who Jason Ellis is?
No.
Okay. He's a former like extreme skateboarder, like friends with Tony Hawk and stuff. And now he does like he had a radio show on Sirius for years. Now he's got a podcast. And he's talking about how these kids come and sit beside him and they start blaring the music. And right away he's like annoyed. He's like, yeah, sorry that you just can't enjoy the beach. Like you have to have your fucking music on. He's like, I just got up and went home. He's like, 5 years ago, I would have fought everybody for doing that to me. But he's like, I'm at the age now where it's like nothing good can even happen from me saying anything to this situation. Nothing good. Because he's like, I bet you if I had said, hey guys, would you mind turning your music down a little bit? They probably would have went, oh shit, sorry man. Yeah, we apologize. Sorry. But it's like for that slim chance that they would have went, nah, fuck you and your fucking wife. He's like, then I've escalated something.
Yeah.
Right? I think in the world today, we all need to learn that. And that's a great lesson for everybody. That's like, yes, the world needs more dingo. I love dingo. People, especially with I know we came around full circle. We're back to talk about this, but with what's going to happen here in the world in the next, especially in Alberta here in the next few weeks, if you're going to go out knowing what is expected of you now, I'm not saying I agree with it. Okay. That's not what I'm saying here. But if you're going to leave the house thinking, I'm going to go to that restaurant, and if they don't let me in there, I'm going to tell them to go fuck themselves and cause a scene.
Yeah, and call them Nazis.
Why even go out?
Exactly.
Why not just order a pizza and stay home? Because if you're just going to go out looking, it's like that when you were a kid, and I was never like this because I just like to party. It's like those guys that are like, yeah, dude, we're going to get fucked up tonight. We're going to go to the bar and pick a fight.
That's stupid.
Why? Yeah, but it happens all the time. It's like, why even go out?
Yeah.
Like, why? You're going to go out just to go get in a fight. Like, what's the point? What is the point? I've always been a big dude, and I've never understood that. I'm just that guy that likes to party and drink and fucking have fun with everyone. You've been to the bars with me. I'm fucking Mr. Social Goddamn Butterfly. I love everybody.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people like. I've never understood. Brody's they see me drunk a few times. You have seen me fucking hammered.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been that guy that's been more times than not. Like I can't even think of a time where I was not in control of myself. At least somewhat. Like I don't think I've had like many blackouts. Like where I get like but you hear guys all the time, oh, I fucking blacked out and I don't even know what happened. Right? And it's just like, holy shit. Right? And I got a long story time.
Okay.
Not about me, but it's about a guy that we knew, and it's the end of the story is fucking hilarious, just to show how this goes. So if you want to,
I'm ready if you're ready.
okay, go.
Story time by Nick.
Jesus. Okay, so this guy had a run of about 3 or 4 weeks where he got beat up in the bar 3 or 4 weeks in a row.
Jesus.
Okay. One of the nights he actually got punched out by, I won't say who was on the receiving end of all these ass kickings, but I will say who knocked him out once. I was there for one incident, but the incident that I know was Dustin Skalicki.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the guy was just being a fucking... I'll tell you who he is off air. And he was just being a moron. And Dustin fucking punched him out. Right? This was in that set of 4 or 5 weeks. So, we're in the bar. And, like, you remember how Quigley's was set up?
Yep.
Right? I wish we had a floor plan for Quigley's. But, okay, I'm going to try to describe it to you guys. So, when you walked into Quigley's, on the right-hand side was the smoking room. That's by BC you had to make a room for smoking. So it had glass, filtration outside. And when you walked in and the pool tables were on the left, the kitchen was like to order your food was just off by the pool tables. And then you walked in. He's my age, Ryan, graduated with me. And then they had what they called the pit. There was like tables in there. And then the bar was here. And then on this side was where the DJ booth and the dance floor was. So we're sitting in the pit, and this is during the summer, so all the contractors are in town working on the mills.
Mm-hmm.
And I know everyone, I always make sure to say this, everybody always says in stories, oh, this guy was like 6 foot and bleeding, bald and tattooed. But this motherfucker was a big Aussie guy. He was a big Aussie man. Tanned, tattooed, like he was that guy that everyone always says. So we're drinking, and we got off at day shift. Okay, me and this guy got off together on day shift at 3:30. I got to the bar at 6 o'clock because I went there for dinner. He is already drunk. Okay, and I sit. I don't think I sat at the table with him. I was right beside him though. I think I was with Colin Doyle, and we look over, and this guy's locked eyes with this Aussie. And the Aussie kind of looks over, and this... To put it in perspective, this will probably give away who he is to Ryan and Alex. The guy is like 5'2". As soon as I say his name. Okay? Yeah. You know who he is, Alex? Okay. I know he's your favorite person. And he looks at this Aussie and goes, "Fuck are you looking at?" And this Aussie looks at him like... And he even said, like, I can't do an Aussie accent. Like, nothing, mate. Relax. Enjoy your drink, you know? And a few hours go past. And, like, it's only, like, 7, 8 o'clock. And me and Colin just finished shooting pool. We go sit back down. And they happen to look again. I'll kick your fucking ass. Like, this is what this guy 5'2", 3 is saying to this monster of an Aussie that I remember is wearing overalls. And he goes... Stop. Like, I don't want to fight you. Fuck you, you Aussie prick. Wow. Let's go outside. So they go outside. When you go out Quigley's, there's a path, like with it had like a half hall, glass doors, steel doors. The guy's about halfway down the hallway, and here comes this little guy. Ah! He screams, jumps on this guy's back. Okay. And me and Colin get out the door just in time to see this guy go, wham! Out. Cold. We had to call the ambulance. Out cold. So, he gets taken home. Monday, we're on afternoon shift. I started at 3:30. He started at 4. Well, I'm on the sweeps in C-Mill. I don't know if you'd been in C-Mill. And here he comes. And you could see he's like crouched over, holding his back and limping, and I'm just smiling because I know what happened.
Yeah.
So I go into the lunchroom, like, dude, what happened to you? And he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I think I got jumped in between Sports Bar and Quigley's.
Oh.
You need to sit down. I'm going to tell you what happened. And I told him what happened, and he just stared at me. He's like, really? I'm like, we watched it. I said, ask Colin. We watched it. He actually didn't drink for quite a while. I was like, I need to stop because he doesn't remember. So what I remember is the ones for sure is there was that night, the night Dustin punched him out, and then he had bought a brand new Cavalier when Cavalier changed the body styles in like 99.
Yeah.
And he hit the guardrail out at Ganahaz and drove the car all the way into Quigley's. Pissed out of his tree. Yeah. Yeah. And this was all in like a 5-week period. But yeah, that's story time with Nick. And that's why, folks, you need to control what you drink.
Yeah, even take time off every once in a while. I know I had to.
Well, you do. Like, it always makes me, like, 'cause I know a couple people here in town that they drink like fish, and it's amazing how obliterated they get. And it's just like, you figured you would get like a tolerance to that stuff, right? But I guess not, apparently.
Some people, no.
No, they don't. So I'm going to let Ryan know who it was. Oh, there he is. No. Oops. Oh shit! I can't spell. Oh fuck! There we go. Now I got her. Okay, what else we got on the docket?
Before you showed up, I was thinking of going through some of the misinformation that I have seen on Facebook regarding the Rona, but
Fucking do it.
yeah. All right. Well, I'll go through one that you posted, and I didn't say anything about it when I saw it.
Sorry, I'm watching my son having to do the same things. I'm watching him doing the same things I had to do when I hurt my leg, and he just scooted his ass down the stairs. And his mom's at the bottom with his crutches and his orange juice. Is Yolanda coming to take care of you? No. She's like, you're on your own, tons of fun.
Yeah, she is. She's like, I'm tired. And I'm sorry.
You'll be okay. Anyways. Okay. Predictions for Monday. What Monday? Oh, election. I think it's going to be minority no matter what, whether it's liberal or conservative.
I was going to just say liberal minority. Yeah.
It's going to be minority. It won't be majority. It'll be minority. So, all right, go ahead. Something I posted.
Yeah.
Actually, I did say something here that I thought would be funny.
All right. Cops. New York cops. Yesterday's heroes, today's villains. They said they'd never forget, but they did. I remember. Kind of a false equivalency here because we're talking about police and, in a similar vein, firefighters from 9/11, first responders.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second picture, we don't have any context as to what exactly this is all about. But people protesting against the corruption of the police, totally justified. Unless you can prove that the cop in both pictures is the same person, this makes no sense. There are still cops from 9/11 who are still heroes, and there are still cops from back then in other parts of the country who were scumbags then and are scumbags now, therefore they are villains. A person can go from a hero to a villain quite quickly in this day and age.
Yeah, that's Bill Cosby.
Apparently he's in talks to do a TV show. I don't know if that's going to
Unreal.
happen, though. Yeah, well, that's the world we live in.
I got a picture, so I got the next one. If you're
All
done.
right, go ahead.
And I agree. I see what you're saying. I thought you get a kick out of this because I could hear you doing the voices.
Yeah, this is similar to if the Titanic sank in this day and age.
Yeah. I thought you would get a kick out of that because I could hear your voice doing the voices to everything that's being said there.
Yeah, my freedom, my freedom.
Yeah. So, all right, next.
Okay. There's a guy in the Berta. I'll zoom in a little bit. His name is Rocco Galati. Gelatin? I'm not sure. Anyway, he is suing the Canadian government because of how they've been handling COVID-19, saying it's taken away our freedoms. It's messing with the Canadian Charter of Rights. They're taking my rights. Please realize that the media is being instructed to stand down on this case so that Canadians will not know it is taking place. Citation needed, motherfucker. The media is being instructed to stand down. By who exactly? You're making a claim, cite your source, provide evidence for your claim. We go through this every time. The guy is suing Trudeau, Theresa Tam, and many others. And there was, I'll take that out for a minute because there was a CBC story on this exact thing. So apparently the media is not being silenced. All right. Details emerge of Vaccine Choice Canada lawsuit over coronavirus response. So the media is being told to be quiet about this, and yet it's in the CBC. You fucked up with your claim. So there's that moron. I hate it when people make the claim and then it takes like 2 or 3 weeks for the claim to be refuted. I mean, properly refuted.
Well, but the biggest problem becomes is when it's refuted, it never makes the news. It's kind of like when people were blaming like the whole Me Too movement, there were a lot of scumbags, but there was stuff that happened there that when like it was shown that it didn't happen, or it happened differently than what they said, the retraction was written on page 10 in a little section, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan, I remember the Green Party trying to do that. I can't remember what the details were. See, this is the thing in this day and age, because you and I, we both have full-time jobs. You got a family, so you have almost no time to quote-unquote do your research. You know how long it takes to do research? Even those basic of research? Like, do we have that kind of time? No.
I would like to know the guys. So here's what would be funny if it would. I would find it comical if somebody who always says do my research, and say they're friends on Facebook with this person who's always on Facebook, and they got called into HR, and they said, "Well, we're noticing that you're spending a lot of time on Facebook, and you're supposed to be working. Do we have an issue with, in a lot of places, you're not even supposed to have your phone on you. Yeah. So how are you doing all this research when you're supposed to be working all this time?" It'd be really interesting if something from that actually came up. And that's just it. So if you're doing your proper research, is that all you're doing when you get home? Because I know I sure as fuck wouldn't be.
I think that some of the people, and there's a cross section, some of the people who are saying do your research, they look at the clickbait headline, they might read the first few paragraphs, and then that's it. They share it. And then someone takes issue with it, and they say, well, do your research. You're a sheep. You're a Nazi, blah, 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 blah. Same old claptrap we've heard for the past year now.
Okay. Did Chad tag you in that thing on Facebook? And now we're back to the Rona, which I have no problem being back at.
I don't think so.
He tagged me in something I thought was very interesting. I got to find it here. And I won't read the whole thing, but I definitely feel I need to read some of it. Because it was some of the points that I agree with. I'm trying to find... There it is. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay. So this Chad tagged me in this, and it says this is great points, and this is from Dr. Bonnie Henry in the Ministry of Health fan club. Okay. So I'm just going to read excerpts here because this is a response somebody, Tony O'Keefe, posted on Global BC news site regarding all the negative comments from the anti-vaxxers. I've tried to share but couldn't, so I copy and pasted it. I thought this was excellent. So I'll try to read this right. People, you can play around with the numbers all you want, but the fact remains that people are sick and dying from COVID. Here's what I'm having a hard time understanding when people espouse their right to not have the COVID vaccine. We've been putting this is where it gets, I'm like, yes, okay. We've been putting chemicals and byproducts into our bodies our entire lives. Most often, we have no idea the contents of products are or what the side effects of the chemicals in them are. We take aspirin, Advil, Tylenol, Claritin, antibiotics, and a range of medications for a broad range of ailments and discomfort. Most of us have no idea how these products were developed, what's in them, or what the side effects will be. Think about loved ones that you've lost who required emergency interventions. In these situations, we don't always ask what's being put into our bodies or what's being hooked up to them. We trust and are grateful for the healthcare system. We trust the technology, and we trust the science being used to save us and our loved ones. I don't know if I need to keep going, but I'll take some excerpts, folks. I'm not going to read this whole thing. We eat frozen and processed foods filled with more byproducts than containing real food. We drink Coke, Red Bull, alcohol, liquids, energy enhancers filled with chemicals that we don't blink an eye or question what's in them or who manufactured them. We put shampoo, conditioners, cosmetic chemicals on our faces and bodies, all of which have cancer-causing properties. People, when they say we, yes, I haven't done it. I'm sure Alex hasn't done it. So when I read this next part, and I'm sure none of our listeners have, we pump our bodies with fillers, Botox, and implements. We have no idea how these things were engineered, who produced them, what's in them, yet we do it anyways. And again, we trust the science and those performing the procedures. Right?
Yeah.
I there you go, Brody. I don't know what's in Pepto. When I got fucking heartburn, though, tell you what.
Sorry, I got to come back in a minute. I'm going to explode otherwise.
Okay. So again, guys, like, and I'm at this too because I am obese and I have diabetes, but the rate of diabetes and heart-related illnesses and death are at an all-time high due to large blinding what we're willing to put into our bodies. I'll save, but I just started. Okay, here's another one. I've been seeing more of this, and my son is a big kid too. Childhood obesity is at the highest rate it's ever been. Yet we continue to pump our kids full of sugar, one of the most dangerous and toxic additive chemicals that we consume. Yet the vaccine is offered to save other people, and people are losing their minds. It makes no sense, and I agree. And I'm not saying that I'm innocent. I put a ton of horrible shit into my body. I put tons of horrible crap into my body. So I don't understand. I understand people are going to question things, but that's fine to question it. But make sure you question everything else that you're putting into your body. Unless you know 100% where all your food is coming from and all the chemicals and all the medicine and all the other stuff that you're putting into your body. That being the reason and the explanation to why you won't take a vaccine. It's redundant. I don't know if it's redundant or it's definitely of course Alex isn't here to help me do words in English. Contradictory. Very contradictory. So yeah, and bad news, anyone that was going to, I don't know, we don't have many listeners right now, but PPW, Pure Power Wrestling, has canceled their show on Saturday night. That is quite the bummer. So yeah. See, it's already, I guess they just don't want to deal with it. So, which is quite the bummer. So now that Alex is back, I wanted to share this when he got here, just to show the chemicals like that we put in our body and how they help you. Okay. My diabetes is out of control. I could not get my blood sugar down. I couldn't. I was eating better. I can't really exercise. Like I can now. As soon as the new gym opens, I'm going. I can actually start going now. I started eating better. I'm taking my medicine, but my sugars wouldn't drop. They gave me this new medicine that had to be approved for my doctor. It's expensive, thank fuck for medical. And guess what? My blood sugar's all good now.
Right.
I have no idea what's in the fucking thing. It could be engine oil and fucking leprechaun jizz for all I know. But guess what? My blood sugar's level. I ate a candy bar yesterday, just a small one, like a little one. It was a thin one. And my blood sugar went up to 11, which is after you've eaten, and dropped right back down to 5 within like half an hour. If I had done that 3 weeks ago before I started this medicine, I'd have been up at 20 and would have sat there for the rest of the day.
Oof.
Yeah. So I don't know what's in that drug, but I'm fucking taking it because it's fixed my blood sugar. So yeah.
Sugar is, there's a love-hate relationship with sugar because it makes life so good and sweet, yet it fucks you up so much, especially as you get older.
Does it fucking ever?
And apparently, as we get older, we get more and more of a sweet tooth, especially if we had a bunch of sweets when we were a kid. That even though apparently with some people, the palate changes as you age, but you still get that hankering for sugar every once in a while. And if you have just a little bit when you're a kid, nothing happens. But if you're like 70 years old, you have that same little bit, it's going to fuck you up for the rest of the day. It happens with some people, not everyone.
Yeah, not everybody. Brody just sent me this, and I really like this. I like this. And let me read it again. Okay, here you go. I kind of like this. I like this. I like it. I really like it. That's a good one, Brody. I do like that one.
And there are people out there who say that you know what, I don't have any, it'd be all anecdotal anyway. I don't have any actual sources for this, but there are people out there who say that it's all about control. Yes, it's about controlling the virus because it's getting out of fucking control at this point. And there are people out there who say that there are evil intentions. Oh, we don't really know what's going on. Can you provide any evidence whatsoever that the scientists who developed the vaccine, and I'm not putting vaccine in quotes because it's a vaccine, it's an actual vaccine. I'd love to know what their definition of vaccine is as to why they're putting it in quotes. But do you think that the scientists who developed said vaccine really have evil intentions? And if so, that's got to be proven. And the people who say, well, it's all demons and the devil, I just dismiss that right out of hand because they're talking nonsense at that point.
You know, this isn't the Avengers. There isn't a little cabal of evil that's controlling the fucking world. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's stuff that we don't know. Of course, there's stuff we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
But you think, God, I can't even go because I can just already hear the arguments now. Well, they do, but they silence the guys that try to say something and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, prove it. Prove it.
I'm sure that in this day and age, with all the information we have on the internet, there's got to be some information out there that's vetted, that's verifiable, that would prove that a secret cabal exists. And if a secret cabal does exist, you got to prove it by naming at least one person and showing an actual quote from that person that says, yes, I am part of this group. If you don't have that, you don't have anything. So why make the claim if you're not going to provide evidence?
Exactly.
It's the unknowable they. You always just say they. Well, who is they? I hate it when people, especially here in BC, they call Dr. Bonnie Henry and Premier John Horgan, call them Nazis and stuff like that.
I hate that. I fucking hate it.
I know, because it's not at all the same thing. Oh, it might be going in that direction, though. Jeez. Do you really think that the provincial health officer of British Columbia, although all with the premier, do you think they really have evil intentions? And if so, can you prove it? And you can't say, well, just look at what they're doing. No, can you prove it? Have they said so themselves? If not, then you have conjecture.
Yeah, that's just it. Like you can't do that. Well, I heard, or this came out, or I hate that I heard.
Are we in Mackenzie again?
No shit. Yeah. You're right. A person, and that's a great quote from Men in Black. A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky animals. Yep.
Yes, there is a book called Propaganda by Edward Bernays. This is from, I think, 1928. He was the father of public relations, and he talked about how you could mass control the hive mind, people in crowds, and there are examples with, I hate to bring it up and break Godwin's law, but Adolf Hitler, he was able to do that with the speeches he made. He was able to rile up the crowds. And Bernays had talked about that, how you're able to control large masses of people and coerce them into doing what you want, whether directly or unconsciously.
Sorry.
Yeah, Brody, that's mainly in the United States, I think. They also believe in, God and the devil. I love this as a complete aside. I love how people in America will say, well, atheists believe in Satan. You don't see the non-correlation there, do you? If you're an atheist, you don't believe in the devil or God. Yeah. Therefore, you're just being stupid.
You know, I was thinking about this actually while we were in the hospital with Colin. You're thinking about, you say God, and not that I was going to die when I was in the hospital, but the euphoric feeling I had with all the drugs that were in my body. And I remember I was laying back and I wonder if they do it when COVID calms down, if I could kind of do a tour of where I went during my days in the hospital. You know what I mean? Like when I came in the ambulance, where did it start? Where was the surgery? Because I remember laying on my back and there was like stained glass. And I don't know if I thought I was dying, but I was in such a euphoric state. And I'm not trying to sound morbid. I could have died and it probably wouldn't have mattered. Because
you were so relaxed.
And the music was so calming. And it was, I remember I'm remembering it was the music. And sorry, I'm looking off because it was just all stained glass above my head. And I remember the music going. It was just euphoric.
Thanks for the like, Stephen. Appreciate it. Yes, Ryan, I have seen on TV, and this was back in the day when I lived with my parents, sermons at mega churches. Good Lord, that can be scary. It's a hive mind for sure.
Most definitely.
Ooh, so Flair's getting Me Too'd, hey? That's interesting. And I can't do a good Ric Flair impression, so he's just going to say, woo, wasn't me, woo.
Okay, we're not going to talk about this because I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah, you're exasperated at all the trash that's going on out there. Same here. I pulled at least 4 more things that I found from Facebook alone that's exaggeration and pearl clutching and it never ends. And again, to take the time to try and refute this stuff,
there's no point.
Because if you do, then 5 more are going to pop up in its place the next day. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you have fun with that, Brody. Thank you for checking in with us.
Yeah. Go enjoy.
Maybe you could do something on your channel with that, Brody.
Oh yeah. Remember that channel you had that we had put in our fucking things? Yeah. Yeah.
We're pimping a dead channel at this point.
Well, and it's funny is I was talking to Chad about this, and I'll see it there. I'll see something on Facebook and be like, "Well, you are fucking blah, 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 and I'll be like, ugh, and I'll just delete it all because I'm like, I don't have the time nor the energy.
That's right.
I have better things, maybe not better things to do, because in my opinion, my better things are to play video games.
Do what makes you happy.
Yeah, like doing things that make me happy. And if arguing on Facebook or posting 900 memes a day, not memes, but pictures a day about saying how COVID is the devil, you need a fucking hug. Because, hey, if you're posting bomb-ass memes, I'm going to steal that shit. And I'm going to put them on my fucking page and offend the shit out of my poor mom, who's probably, I'm shocked she hasn't unfriended me yet. But I know she loves me with all her heart and prays from my soul every day. But I can't believe we're still friends on Facebook because some of the shit I share is fucking outlandish.
Sean Killam's got some pretty good memes.
I steal a lot of Sean's.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see these other pictures.
I don't snooze anything, Ryan. And even though there are 3 or 4 people I vehemently disagree with, I don't unfriend them because I know that the friendship is more important than our differing of opinions on this one topic. Although every once in a while, the anti-maskers and people who question the vaccine, they do come up with some pretty good stuff every once in a while. And I'll give you an example of that.
Please do.
For example, food trucks should start parking outside of restaurants that are requiring shot cards or vax cards or whatever you want to call it, cards. Not a bad idea. Although, and I don't have the BC restrictions for the passport. I'm pretty sure if you're going to a restaurant that does not have a liquor license, you can go in without needing the proof of vaccination. I should bring up the I should find it first of all. And just in case anyone forgot, Susan shared this, and this is still important. The bodies of the native children that have been found on various reserves through Canada and the United States. And it cannot be said that no one is talking about this because I have it, a friend of mine has it, a few of my First Nations friends have shared this stuff. So it's not as though it's gone away. It's still here. It's still happening. It's just not as talked about as COVID because COVID is the du jour topic. This one I pulled from, I can't remember what this was. I think it was talking about people back in 1919. Those masks are photoshopped, very clearly photoshopped. If you're going to make a point, you shouldn't have to lie or exaggerate or Photoshop. If you're doing that, then in my mind, you've lost the argument. Okay, so this was shared in the weeks leading up to September 13th. I can't go to my friend's birthday party. You can if it's less than 50 people. Can't join my family for a dinner out. Again, depending on the restaurant, if it has a liquor license. Can't take date to a movie. That one, you're right. Can't exercise at a gym. Yes, they require proof of vaccination, especially at my gym. Can't go to my cousin's wedding. Less than 50 people, I think you can. Can't get a drink on an outdoor patio. Depends on the liquor license. But then drink is synonymous with alcoholic drink. Can't take a flight to see a loved one. Duh. Can't take my dad to a baseball game. I don't know about that. Less than 50 people, maybe. Can't take a girlfriend dancing. I am no longer allowed to enjoy the fun things in life.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just with the dancing. If you love her that much and you just want to dance, you have a speaker, you can just dance in the kitchen. Who needs to see you dancing? And I'm not being serious. Like, that is so stupid. Do you have to be out? Like, what? Oh, sorry, unless you want to do the dirty dance and crotch shit, we'll do that naked in your room. But
especially if it's with Jennifer Grey.
Yeah, but I'm saying is like, just dance with your wife. If you feel the need to dance with your wife, you probably have a Bluetooth speaker, put on some music, ask her to dance. She'll dance with you.
Yeah, make it a private thing.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm an anti-vaxxer. I have all my regular vaccines, no problem whatsoever. They have data to show their long-term safety. How do you think they got the data to show the long-term safety? They had to release the vaccine, have people take it, and study it. I mean, how are we going to get long-term data from the vaccines we've taken now. Vaccinated people can still transmit the virus at the same rate as unvaccinated people. I don't know about that. I need to see a source on that. It is apparently true that vaccinated people can transmit the virus. I don't think anyone ever said it's 100% bulletproof.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Vaccinated people have life-threatening adverse reactions every day. I would love to see, and I've seen this, I think, on Facebook. Apparently, there are tens of thousands of people who have had adverse reactions from the vaccines. Okay, show me 10,000 videos.
Oh, come on, and that's the thing. If it was, then they would have pulled. Okay, so sorry. What was the one that came out that was causing the heart issues? Remember a few months ago, there was one that were making people sick and they actually pulled it. They stopped giving it to people because it was making them sick. You think for one goddamn second, if tens of thousands of people were getting ill the way that these fucking reports are claiming, they wouldn't have stopped fucking giving it to people? They stopped when it was causing heart problems for 1 out of 500 people, or it was again, bro science. I don't remember the numbers, but I remember the Zanica or whatever the fuck it was.
AstraZeneca, yes.
Yes. That was the one. They stopped giving it to people because it was causing fucking heart problems.
Yep.
And it was 1 in 500 or 1,000 people, and they stopped.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that if it wasn't causing tens of thousands of people to fucking... Oh!
This is the point I brought up earlier. Hospital beds aren't full as confirmed by my friends that work there. Well, there's this thing called the world, and there are lots of other towns, cities, countries in the world. So just because you're not hearing about or seeing full hospitals, that does not mean they don't exist. Certainly not in my area anyway. So there are other things that happen outside of your purview. This reminds me of the old saying, if a tree fell in the forest and there's no one around to hear it, does it still make a sound? Yes, it does. Because even though there's no one around to hear it, it still has physical properties. The laws of physics still apply.
Yep.
Yeah. Why am I being demoted to a second class as, oh, for fuck's sake. You can still go to the grocery store without having to show proof of vaccination.
So, let's get this straight. You want to be a second class citizen? Okay. God, hoping to take heat for this. Okay. When it comes time that you have to sit at the back of a bus, or you have to use a different drinking fountain, or you're not allowed to use a certain washroom because you're an anti-vaxxer, then you can fucking say that.
But Nick, we're going that way. It's going to happen.
No, it's fucking not. Because guess what? When you're going to go in there to fucking take your shit in the bathroom, I'm not going to ask if you were vaccinated, where you're going to go drop a deuce. I don't give a fuck. It's so fucking asinine. That is a ridiculous... I'm a second-class citizen. Yeah, ask the people who have been discriminated against their whole fucking lives if they feel how they would feel that, because they want you to take a shot, that, you're still allowed to go on a bus. You're still allowed to drink out a fucking fountain. You don't have to, you're allowed to vote. You're allowed to go everywhere you still fucking want.
Yeah, I think Cody shared that a while ago, that... proof of vaccination is required in order to vote. I'm pretty sure he posted something like that, and it's not true.
Guess what? It's not true, because I just voted. I didn't have to show anything for vaccination.
Exactly.
I voted on Sunday. Guess what? My wife didn't have to. No one had to show proof of vaccination. That is a fucking lie.
And on my voting card, it says you can sign up to vote by mail. So it's not about voter suppression. That's been proven false.
And yeah, if you can vote by mail, that's the most...
All the vaccine seems to do is lessen the flu-like symptoms of something the majority of people that test positive don't even know they have. Not true in all cases. Some people get flu-like symptoms. Some people lose their sense of taste and smell. Some people become deathly sick. And yes, there are. So this is admitting that asymptomatic is an actual condition. And there are a lot of anti-maskers out there who say that asymptomatic is not real. It's not a real condition. Yes, it is. There's a movie from 2011 directed by Steven Soderbergh called Contagion. Lawrence Fishburne's character in that movie describes exactly what asymptomatic means. Asymptomatic existed as a term before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let's end this here, right here. The fact of not being able, like what Brody said, the fact of not being able to go to a baseball game makes you a second-class citizen or first-class. I can't fucking afford to go to a ball game, so that means I'm a second-class citizen.
I think what they're getting in that is that even if you can afford it, because you don't have the shot, you are not allowed to go. There's a little bit of a distinction there.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so here goes tons of fun now up the stairs. Hey, your butthole's hanging out. I want to hear see if he falls so I can laugh at him. Because he laughed at me when I fucking fell. Oh, shut up! Or no, wait, did you laugh when I was like, fuck? Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I was going up the stairs to the last stair I went to go and I missed and I landed on my good leg. I'm like, fuck! He started laughing at me. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Waiting for any data whatsoever to show that the vaccine is safe to take long term. Well, we have to wait and see because it's a brand new vaccine, as they say in the very next paragraph. And the censorship of adverse reactions is concerning to me. If you can find people talking about their adverse reactions on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, that is not censorship. So because of that, I'm being punished, degraded, and not giving a choice. Okay, so pearl clutching exaggeration. There's not given a choice, though, with regards to mandatory vaccines via proof of vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going back and forth on that because, but what else can politicians and the provincial health officer do in order to get a handle on these rising infection rates? There are people out there who criticize the PCR test, and unless you know how the PCR test works, unless you've used it, and unless you can suggest a better alternative, why should we listen to anything you have to say in the way of criticism for the PCR test? Like, what else do we have? And people are saying the numbers are being inflated. Evidence? Anyone?
Yeah, hey, I thought maybe you're gonna have some evidence for me there.
No, people who are saying that the numbers are being inflated, they have to show that. They have to prove that. People who are dying from COVID, some people were saying,
"Fucking Jason's back with a fly swatter." Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Some people were saying that the death numbers are being inflated. People were dying from something else, and it was being attributed to COVID. Are you the mortician in this particular case? Have you seen the death certificate? Have you talked to the doctor? Prove true your claim. If you don't have the evidence, don't make the claim.
Yeah. So.
And then this is a slippery slope. So everyone grab your toboggans.
So can you hold on to your slippery slope for a second? I'm just going to answer Jolene's question because I don't know if she's going to be around for a little bit. My bass player had COVID. Ken had COVID, and actually 2 people at the town now have COVID. And Ken, when he had COVID, he said like he's never felt so sick. And he said even to play his bass, even if he hadn't tested positive, like his fingers hurt, he said.
Ooh.
Do you know if someone has had, sorry, maybe I read the question wrong. Do you guys know if someone that has already had COVID, would they not have the antibodies of the vaccine given? Well, they should. That's the whole reason. Right? Like that's kind of like the idea of a flu shot, right? If you get near someone with the flu and you've got your flu shot, it's supposed to fight it so you don't get the effects, correct? If I'm not.
Yeah.
Again, bro science.
Yeah, bro science.
So I haven't. Well, and that is no. Now I see what you're saying. So I did ask Ken if he's going to get vaccinated now, and he said no. He's like, why would I? I got the antibodies in my body now. That was his point, Julie. If that's what you're asking, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe that's why he's not going to get vaccinated because he actually had it.
Yeah.
So,
but can he get it again?
I'm sure, but it might not be as bad.
Yeah, because he's got the
again, bro science, right? So,
yeah.
But yeah.
This is only the beginning, and that goes for vaxxed and non-vaxxed people. Just think about how fast they change their minds in 1 year. Just think about how fast they change their minds in 1 year. Fast, 1 year. Pick one. You can change your mind on anything in a year. In 365 days, you can change your mind on absolutely anything. Brody became a lefty in, what, a year, 2 years?
I would say less. I would say, if you guys listen to the old show, when me and Brody were on with Alex, it was, you're allowed to change your opinion on things.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be like, oh shit, this is what we thought was going to happen and it didn't, but thank goodness. That's the thing. And I was guilty of it too. When this all started, we were hearing up to 250,000 people could die. And it was remember? And I was like, holy shit, this is serious.
Yeah.
But so what? Do you want to see, you're fucking wrong. 250,000 people didn't die, bro. Must be horrible to be a scientist. Would you have rather 250,000 people have fucking died? Or the number they said? Oh my God. Oh, she's banging on the wall, so or is that him trying to get across the floor right now?
Probably shuffling like a zombie.
Every day he's shuffling. All right, we need to wrap this shit up. We're up 2 hours now, and I still haven't had a shower after my massage. So
wow, I can smell you from here.
I'm sure you can.
Okay, yes, that's enough for today. 2 hours. Holy shit, hour 59 right now. That is insane. You know what?
Yep.
Thank you, Stephen and Trevor, for liking on Facebook, Jody for loving it, and Jason the troll for laughing at it. And everyone who is here. Jolene, Brody, the redneck. Brody again. Brody was number one in the chat.
Hey. And don't worry, Joe. I wouldn't be taking his last name either.
Jen was here. I don't know if she's still here, and Sarah. Usually they're the ones who are just sitting back and watching the show.
My niece had ringette tonight, so I don't know if May's still here or not. But I think Tons of Fun's gonna try to come downstairs now. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's just a cat.
Thank you, Ryan. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Brody. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for covering for the first however minutes before I got here. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Gimpy boy.
Here he comes to save the day. Have you met my father? I haven't, no.
Your dad's awesome. Ed's awesome. What do you want?
These things almost killed me 3 times getting out the car.
Why were you in a car?
I needed to go get my charger.
Where was your charger?
In the car.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And to Frank and Riley and Trish and Penny, shame you couldn't be here. Hope you all are doing well out there wherever you are.
Yes.
We'll be back next Thursday.
Hey, what do we need to do?
I'm not dead.
Building up. You'll be fine. Walk it off. We need to start watching the Simpsons Halloween specials.
Yes.
I love them.
Are they on the YouTubes?
I don't know about the YouTubes, but they're on the Disney's Plus. So let me get information for you, and then you will have the Disney Pluses.
Okay.
All right.
And everyone has gone over this already, but I was a big fan of Norm Macdonald back in the day.
Yes. We did not say enough about Norm. I'm sorry, Brody. We were supposed to talk about Norm. We didn't, and we went super long.
Yeah, longest show we've done.
I love Norm.
Yeah.
Oh, she's back with Downtown Bruno. He's the downtown or the downtownist.
Well,
All right.
bye everybody, and
Hi, everybody.
we have an outro now. And
Yes.
you will see it very soon. Goodbye.